Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm in the garage with the KTM 390 Adventure and I'll be working on my next modification for this bike. I recently installed a GV top case, so if you're interested in how to install one of those, I'll put a card for that video up in the corner. In today's video, I'll be installing a tank bag from SW-Motech. This 5 to 8 liter version is $229.95 US at the time of this video. As always, I'll put a link to the parts in the description. This tank bag is called the Pro Daypack and feels very sturdy. This fabric feels durable and zippers have a nice smooth action. The bottom has a guide rail system. This is used for adjusting the position of the tank bag. With the bottom zipper closed, this has a 5 liter capacity. It can be expanded to 8 liters if necessary. There's also a MOLLE panel on the top for attaching additional items. Inside the bag we have the top ring. This mounts to the bottom of the tank bag. And we also have the included rain cover. Looking at the top ring, the top of it has notches to line up with the guide rail. And the bottom has a horseshoe-shaped notch for fitting into the Pro tank ring that needs to be purchased separately. This red strap is a quick release that needs to be installed into the slot on the top ring. Then the top ring gets installed to the bottom of the tank bag. For the KTM, this will be backwards since the tank cap opens towards the front of the bike. I'll install the 4 included screws with some thread locker. I'm going to leave these screws slightly loose so that I can make adjustments to the bottom of the guide rail and position the bag onto the tank. Since these guide rails are adjustable, I did a test fit on the bike and decided to push the top ring all the way to the front of the guide rails so that the bag was as far back on the tank as possible. In this position, it clears the handlebars just fine. Now I can finish tightening the screws on the top ring. Next, I need to route the quick release strap through the bag. Again, I would prefer that the strap be on the opposite side towards the handlebars, but being that the top ring only has a latch on one side, I need to put it this way. Since the KTM tank ring is reversed, I'm stuck with this orientation if I want the zipper side of the bag facing me while I'm on the bike. The strap loops into a clip which secures to the inside of the bag. Next up is the Pro tank ring. This was $37.95 US at the time of this video. The tank ring is bike specific, so this is not a universal part. Inside the box we have the 2-part tank ring and a bag of screws and spacers for the installation. To install the tank ring, the open side should face the direction that the gas cap opens. So for my bike, I'll need to remove the 4 screws in the front of the tank ring. I found out that not all of the screws on mine are the same length, so I ended up having alternating short and long screws. I won't be reusing the screws for this install, but I am going to save these in case I ever revert this back to stock. Next, there are 4 spacers that need to be installed. The bottom plate of the tank ring will mount through these. I picked out the 4 screws in the kit that closely matched the stock screws. Not all these were needed, I ended up with 1 extra. I installed the 2 round-headed screws in the front and saved the flat-head screws for the back. The back ones needed to be flat so that the second piece of the tank ring will sit flush. Once I figured out where all the screws went, I put on some Loctite and tightened them all down. Next, the sleeve nuts need to be installed. The top of the tank ring will snap into place. Then the sleeve nuts are installed with some blue Loctite. Finally, I need to test out, make sure my gas cap opens properly. I did notice that my cap rubs slightly on these 2 front screws. It's not really enough to be concerned about, but I might end up filing those down a little bit. This bag uses magnets to align to the tank ring, so install is quick and easy. The last thing I wanted to check is that the handlebars clear the bag at full lock in each direction. With the bag adjusted as far from the handlebars as possible, it clears just fine. Now, I've been looking at SW-Motech for quite a while and finally decided to try them out. Not having any straps mounted to the bike, it's got a nice clean look. And this quick release was really a deciding factor for me when picking out my tank bag. Well, that's all I have for today's install. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, please click that like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.